You feel it again. Nothing's wrong. But something isn't right either. And the worst part is, you can't explain it. Something feels off, but you can't point to it. Nothing is technically wrong. Your life looks fine. You're functioning. You're showing up. You're doing what you're supposed to do. And yet, there's this quiet discomfort you can't shake. It shows up in small moments. When you're alone and everything gets a little too quiet. When you finish something you thought would make you feel better, but it doesn't. When you catch yourself staring at nothing for longer than you should. And you think, why do I feel like this? But no answer comes. So you ignore it. You distract yourself. You scroll. You watch. You fill the silence. Because sitting with that feeling feels dangerous. Like if you look at it too closely, something inside you might unravel. But here's the part you don't realize. That feeling, it's not random. It's not just one of those days. It's your mind trying to get your attention quietly, repeatedly. You see, sometimes the problem isn't loud. It doesn't show up as a breakdown. It doesn't crash your life. It just disconnects you from it. You keep doing everything the same, but it starts to feel empty, flat, like you're slightly out of sync with your own life. And that's where it gets confusing, because you start questioning yourself. Am I just ungrateful? Why can't I just be happy? Other people have it worse, so you push it down even more. But the truth is, this feeling usually comes from something deeper, something subtle, but constant. It could be the way you've been ignoring what you actually want, or how you've been saying yes when something inside you quietly says no, or the version of yourself you've been trying to maintain, even though it doesn't fit anymore. And over time, that disconnect builds, not all at once, but slowly, in the background, until one day, you don't feel like yourself anymore, but you also don't know who you're supposed to be instead. So you stay in between, not fully lost, but not fully present either. You keep going through the motions, laughing when you're supposed to laugh, responding how you're supposed to respond, being who you've always been. On the outside, but inside, something feels off, still, and maybe you've been waiting for a clear answer, a big realization, something obvious you can fix. But it doesn't work like that, because this isn't one problem. It's a pattern of small misalignments, tiny moments where you chose what was expected over what was true, and none of those moments felt important at the time, so you ignored them, but your mind didn't. It kept track, quietly, patiently. That feeling you can't explain, it's all of those moments, finally catching up to you, not to punish you, but to wake you up. And here's the shift. You don't need to figure everything out right now. You don't need a complete answer. You just need to stop running from the feeling. Sit with it, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it doesn't make sense yet, because underneath that confusion, there's something honest, something real, something you've been avoiding. And the moment you stop drowning it out, you'll start to hear it. Not loudly, not all at once, but enough to finally understand what's been missing. So if something feels off, maybe that's not the problem. Maybe that's the signal.